Hello, welcome back. So today we're going to learn Unit 2, Character Development. For many readers, a book's characters are its most significant element. We don't care what happens to a character. How can a story be interesting or exciting? If we have no connection to any of the characters, how can a novel make us feel anything? The people or people-like things and animals in a story are its central focus. In this unit, we'll examine the primary character categories, direct and indirect characterization, and how an author creates a captivating character. The three main ways authors develop their characters are through character traits, dialogue, and behaviors. Character traits require you to think about what adjective can be used to describe the character's appearance and personality. Dialogue is all about what the characters say, while behaviors are about what the characters do. Character traits are revealed through both direct and indirect characterization. With indirect characterization, the reader has to make an interpretation of what an action or line of dialogue says about a character. Indirect characterization often tells us more than direct characterization, but great authors combine both to give us a complete picture of a character. In a simple way, we say, direct characterization tells through narration, while indirect characterization shows or hints to the reader what the character is like by describing the character's appearance, speech, thoughts, feelings, and interactions with other characters. Usually, these are used for developing complex characters. Okay, now let's look at these useful adjective words to describe characters' traits. Now let's practice analyzing the main character traits. You can use any of the words we just learned to describe, and just remember you are also asked to find the dialogues or behaviors from the book to support your opinion as your evidence. Okay, let's move on. So basically, we have these types of characters. I think you may be familiar with the terms that protagonist and antagonist. The protagonist is the main character in the story. They normally grow up with the development of the story. While antagonist means the one who is a bad guy and is always against the protagonist. A round, or we say complex, character is often one of the most compelling because complex characters surprise us. They have a strange mix of seemingly contradictory or opposite qualities, all existing at once. A complex character might be very kind and well-mannered to her parents, and then surprise us by being blunt and sharp with her friends. These types of characters cannot be defined by one consistent group of traits, and that makes them unpredictable in an exciting way. On the other hand, a flat character does not surprise us at all. In fact, we can almost exactly predict their behavior based on either what they've done before or on the type of person the author wants them to represent, right? Flat characters often use stereotypes, which are generalizations about groups of people. To help the reader know the character right away without giving much information about their past or what drives them. So, in the book of City Spies, Sarah's foster parents, the Clarks, are flat characters, right? They are mean and greedy because they adopt kids only for money from the government, but mistreated the kids because they are not carrying them at all, right? The author does not give a significant amount of details, because we do not know much about their thoughts, their backgrounds, or why they lose their humanity. The next pair of character types are dynamic and static characters. A dynamic character is a character that changes in some way through the story. This is often a change for the better, from learning and growing, but it can sometimes be a change for the worse. Usually, but not always. Protagonists are dynamic characters. A static character, on the other hand, doesn't change at all through the text. They start one way and end in the same way. That doesn't mean they're also flat characters though, because a static character may not change, but they can still surprise us by showing us like multiple or seemingly contradictory aspects of their personality. In summary, developing a compelling character is no easy task. There are so many questions to consider. Like, what traits should I develop through direct characterization, and what traits should I develop through indirect characterization? Or what lines of dialogue and behaviors will help my reader interpret the character? Or will my character have a consistent set of traits or surprisingly contradictory set? Or will my character change? If so, what experience will lead to the change? Answering these questions while creating a character will be sure to help you develop compelling characters. And considering these questions while analyzing a character will help you better understand a story. Well, I guess that's pretty much about the character development now. I hope you enjoy the course and happy reading.